New Zealand's economy grew by 0.7% in the September quarter 2019, as measured by Gross Domestic Product, also known as GDP, which is our official measure of economic growth. This follows a revised quarterly growth rate of 0.1% in the June quarter 2019. Growth was spread across our three industry groups this quarter, with the services industries rising by 0.4%, goods producing industries, for example manufacturing and construction, rising by 0.5%, and primary industries, for example agriculture, forestry and fishing and mining, up by 1.1%. Services, which comprise about 2/3 of the economy, made the largest contribution to growth this quarter. Retail trade was the main contributor, with higher spending on gadgets such as phones and computers. This flowed through to our expenditure measure of GDP, where we saw household consumption expenditure rise by 0.8%. Consumer durables, items like electronics, hardware and household appliances, contributed the most. These rose by 2.6% in the quarter. Imports of consumer goods were also up in the quarter and contributed to a lift in our overall goods imports, which rose by 2.2%. We saw a corresponding 1.7% increase in the value of unallocated taxes, which is the highest growth rate since the December 2017 quarter. About 90% of unallocated taxes comprise GST, and the remainder duties collected on our imports. This quarter, we have incorporated the latest data from the annual national accounts, following their release at the end of November. The relative contributions of the components that make up our GDP measures have changed. This means that we are better reflecting the current economic picture. As a result, there are revisions to previously published quarterly and annual growth rates in this release. The revisions to GDP show that average annual growth rates held up for slightly longer than previously published, with upward revisions from September 2018 quarter onwards. However, recent trends are similar to what we have reported in previous releases. Annual average growth for the September quarter 2019 was at 2.7%.